Yesterday I mentioned I was considering doing a video on the BBC's Things Not to Say to Essex People. Well, today's your lucky day, especially if you are hoping for someone to shitpost all over Essex people. If you are from Essex and can't take a joke, you might want to leave now. I'm going to be rather cruel. Off the top of my head I can think of chavs, vajazzles, Burberry, teenage pregnancies, a lack of education. Let's see if any of those pop up, shall we?
Bet you love a vajazzle.
I would love to know the thought that went into the creation of the vajazzle. Like, you've got a guy about to go down on you, and he's like, ooh, shiny! And people thought, yeah, that's what we want. A guy to be blinded by really solid rocks that he might bump his face into, depending on how aggressive he is.
If your fiancée got home and she had a vajazzle...
I would just laugh.
Oh, now don't do that. That's no better than slut-shaming.
See it sometimes when you're passing a beauty salon, like, oh, vajazzle's on the list.
I've never seen it.
I have.
Never.
Do you know I have actually thought about doing one?
I'm sorry to be the one to ask this, but is your vagina so unattractive that you need shiny objects to distract from it?
I don't like vaginas anyway, so if I saw a vajazzle, I'd be like, ah, what is this? If I saw a vajazzle, I'd be like, oh, this adds a bit of glam, doesn't it?
Two things. Firstly, does the diamond studding go on the shaft or the base? And second, surely you wouldn't want it if it was at the base or on the shaft, because if it was on the base, you'd smack your face into it, depending on how long the dick was, and if it was on the shaft, you'd probably break a few teeth. It seems highly impractical. Unless it's another thing that Essex people don't have teeth and all those white things in their mouth are what? Milk bottles?
You know the first time I ever heard that when I was 14?
14? That must have scarred you.
14, you say? Isn't that like the average age for an Essex girl to have their first child?
Does that mean like you're superficial? Or does that mean that you just really like your lady garden shining bright like a diamond?
I think you left out the third option. That the person who has the vajazzle has far too much free time on their hands, in between popping out children and collecting their doll money. Now you've got me curious. Is there a welfare tax credit for vajazzles? Before we answer that question, how is the subject of vajazzle something you shouldn't say to Essex people based on the answers you got? And to answer this question of do you have any GCSEs, surely for an Essex person that should be, what's a GCSE? I can't even spell GCSE.
I'm more cleverer than you think.
Yeah.
I know clever is not a word, is it?
No.
I'm sure one day cleverer will be inserted into the Oxford English Dictionary, right next to the new definition for literally, and chav, and slut, and, quotes, beauty student.
Right, this is the stereotype I come across all the time.
Are you smart enough to tell me where a stereotype comes from? You don't suppose there's some fact in that stereotype?
I go, well, actually, you know, I've won awards, actually. Yeah, I have. Thank you very much.
Was it for the number of women you porked in one night and the number you cheated on in the same night?
Since you're from Essex, you're dumb, you're a bimbo, you have no aspirations, you have no drive.
Well, that's not true. Essex people have plenty of drive. Typically, it's to outfuck each other, any which way they can manage, whether it be in the bed, with each other's friends. You know, I've often marvelled that Norfolk is considered the inbred capital of our country, especially when Essex is the horniest. You'd think they might have started fucking their own family by now.
I did beauty at college, and that's so stereotypical of an Essex girl.
I don't want to cross that line between trying to be funny and then being mean, but you should consider getting a refund, or consider getting a friend who will at least be honest with you with what you've done to your face. The cat ears look okay though.
There are actually universities in Essex as well.
Yeah, exactly. University of Essex is one.
Yeah, you're both right, that is pretty funny. And I know the University of Essex quite well. You see, as I went to the University of East Anglia, our actual rivals were the University of Essex. And every year, we held an event called Derby Day. An event that was rotated between being held on my campus, which is the Superior Campus, and Chav County's campus. By the way, for the 6 years that I was at university, we demolished you 5 times. You should be so proud of that. The only thing I remember is that whenever you guys visited our campus, the number of STDs rose on our campus. I think they were transmitted through the air. Your auras were just pure syphilis.
Shut up.
I'll put money on this being something regularly featuring in the vocabulary of an Essex person, to the point where this isn't in fact something you should say to an Essex person, but should be something you use to try and fit in with them, if you're ever unfortunate enough to live in Essex.
Oh, shut up.
I actually say that.
To be fair, I say that all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, when I do, I just say, fix up, shut up. Just to quote Dizzy Rascal.
Racist.
Now this one intrigues me, genuinely intrigues me. You see, for those that don't know, fake tan is very popular. Not just with Essex people, but also with scummy Scousers, who think they look fantastic when they all look like Donald Trump. Someone needs to tell these teenage girls and early 20s girls and mid-50s girls that the older they get, the more they're going to look like him. I'm not entirely sure that's a win here.
Oh my god, was that referred to me?
Yeah, why are you so orange?
It's not orange, babe, it's a different shade of gold.
Is that what they told you on your beauty course when they were having you mimic the appearance of a goldfish? Because on my screen, I see fish scales on your face. Perhaps you should have just gotten the orange emulsion out.
So immune to
everywhere.
seeing orange people, I don't really know. Oh, look, it's orange.
Yeah.
I don't notice it.
Until like you see the hands, and then you're like,
Whoa.
oh my god.
People do, even men get spray tans. Like, I've been
Yeah.
out and I've just sat there and thought like, that tan's a bit suspect.
Yeah, I kind of get that we live in an age of convenience, to the point where instead of just going to the beach and getting a tan properly, one would simply walk into a booth and get themselves slow roasted, which has never appealed to me, but seems to appeal to a certain group of people who would rather do that and have a fake tan with runs on their elbows than actually get a real one. I'm trying to think of something funny to add to that, but I think it's a joke unto itself.
Literally at lunchtime, they'll be like, I'll be back in 15. They go, and they come back. And they come back, literally, they go white. They come back orange. Well, not orange, but, you know, golden.
You don't suppose those people that did that counted Mississippi now, do you?
Dude, it's Chandler, let me in. Go away. I don't want to see anybody. I know, I went to the tanning place and the same thing happened to me. You have to let me in. Really? Did you count Mississippi? You're not tan? No, I just had to get a picture of this. I'll see you later.
Hello, Tony. I think we might use a video replay here.
Super, Ralph. Let's do that.
Oh, yes, we could be in for a quintessential Tango taste sensation here. Why, yes, Tony, let's look again.
Yes, Ralph. The big orange fella run in from the left, and he gives him a good old slapping.
It just illustrates the bite and buzz of real oranges in Tango.
I have seen the odds of you walking around town, like literally, have you been tango?
Yeah, one might go so far as to say they sometimes resemble the leather on a sofa.
You're so tacky.
I think I'm like, more like glamorous.
Firstly, to be tacky is subjective, and I would think it to be a somewhat quirky characteristic. Nothing wrong with that. Second, to the young lady who thinks she's glamorous, no.
Do you know what? People actually compliment my style and stuff.
Yeah.
But then you might throw in like a, oh, you're from Essex. Then they go, huh, they kind of give you a look.
To be fair, as fabulous as your style may in fact be, to the majority of this country, we regard Essex as being a disability, almost like you are intellectually stunted from birth. I'm only passing on what the majority of the country think. It's in no way something I think. I have my own opinion, I just don't think I should share it yet.
So I'm a little bit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, as you were going on, I was like, fake tan, lashes, blin, big hair, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to refute a stereotype when the living embodiment of the stereotype is sat next to you.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with like a little bit of bling.
Have any Pat Butcher earrings?
Okay, no, I didn't wear them today actually, so it's a good shout.
I'm so Essex.
I've never worn white stilettos in my entire life.
Neither have I. And the fact that my white stilettos are at home in the cupboard as well, it's just like...
I'm so glad one of you took that as a joke, and yet, interestingly with this series of videos, not a single one of you in any of the videos has explained how this is something you shouldn't say to someone from that place or with that kind of disability or with that particular gender or race or country of origin. It's almost as if you're trying to be funny and failing, or you try to make a point and fail miserably.
You sound thick.
Did you say thick or thick? There is never so slight difference. One is TH, the other is F. Now, to make a serious point, the idea or concept of someone or a group of peoples being thick is subjective. Of course, if you come from one of the many counties in this country that think they're better than everyone else, yes, you sound thick.
All the time.
No. That's my answer. No, I don't sound thick.
And then I'm thinking, well, do you know what you sound like? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Educated. Yes. Thank you.
I always get pulled up about my accent. I'm a receptionist as well. If I went into work like today and then just like changed my accent, let's see if people take me serious.
Since I know you finished this on a posh accent, I can safely say the response to you will be, "What the fuck are you doing?" I can't do chav accents. The nearest you'll get from me is "Faux shizzle my nizzle" or "Innit brethren." I think we're done here. BBC3, congratulations, you've yet again made another video that, quite frankly, doesn't prove a single point you're trying to make, and instead only shows how laughable the group that are responding to this are. So to all of you that have listened to me, thank you very much. I hope you all have a lovely day, and thank you all for listening.